Do you know what a black-eyed Susan is? What about a clasping cone? These strange names are actually two kinds of wildflowers that grow in our area. This time of year you might see many of these wildflowers on our roadways. Some are naturally occurring, but many of these native flowers have been planted there as part of the police jury's Wildflower project. One summer afternoon, Terry Barrett, East Maintenance Area Superintendent for the police jury, noticed a beautiful grouping of clasping cone flowers on the side of a local road. These flowers gave him the idea to see if he could find a way to replicate a process that usually occurs naturally on its own. Barrett and his team began to experiment.
We began to nurture that area, and in the process, once those flowers had matured and went to seed, we would go back and we would just literally mow over the top of them, and nature itself would take over, and we began to spread those seed over that entire portion of that road, and that's how it got started.
Today, with the project entering into its fourth season, wildflowers harvested by Barrett and his crew can be seen all over the parish. The process of the Wildflower project is quite simple.
First we mow that area when they're just in the seedling stage. Then they'll grow on out to maturity. We'll harvest that particular area. We'll go back in there with a mowing implement and we'll just mow over the top. And what that does, that just disperses the seed back over to the right of way. So it's an annual thing.
Last year, the project harvested approximately 85 pounds of wildflower seed. And if you think that isn't a very large quantity, think again.
There are 800,000 seed in 1 pound.
This equates to about 68 million seeds planted along several roadways in our parish. Summertime is when the flowers are in full bloom, and you can see examples of the parish's Wildflower project on portions of Nelson Road, Clyde Delaney Road, Bellon Road, and the newly opened Red Davis Road, to name a few.
It just adds so much to the area. I've seen it all over the country in different counties and how people have responded and reacted to it. And that's beginning to emerge here. We get calls here every day. Basically, people are saying, well, when are you going to do this in our area? I saw this on Nelson Road. Can we do this here?
And the public will be seeing more of this project in the future. The police jury has added certain measures to ensure that these wildflowers will be in future infrastructure.
The engineering department is getting additional right-of-way. And that does two things. Well, first of all, it aesthetically is pleasing, and then we have less maintenance when we can leave a portion of that just to revert back to nature.
As for the future of the Wildflower project, Barrett would like to see it continue to evolve.
My goal is, what I'd like to see is some sort of a joint effort between the parish and the city and the states. For example, around, we've got the new airport area now, the new airport that will be opening up pretty soon, and what do people typically see when they leave that and they drive out on the Gulf Highway. We need to nurture it. That's the way it was years ago. This was prairie land, and it had all of those native grasses and those native species, and I think they have a place in public works, and I think that they have a place on our rights of way, and they have to be properly maintained. I think the program will grow. I think it'll flourish.
You can find more information on the Wildflower project in the Engineering Public Works portion of the parish's website, or you can call the East Maintenance Facility at 721-3851.